feel like it's been a little while since like I've spoken kind of like face to face with the camera. Most of the stuff that I record or that I guess you see is me actually like doing things, editing, doing photo shoots, stunt trainings, the gym, stuff like that. But it's not that often that like I sit down and just like talk to the camera to kind of just give like my thoughts on shit. It's weird to like, it's like have people tell you that like they're proud of you when like you're not proud of yourself, or like you don't feel like you're living up to your potential, or you're not like accomplishing the things that you want to. I guess it's real crazy for me to be in this position because like I remember back in like 2017, 2018 talking about like the things that I wanted to do, you know, specifically how, you know, I wanted stunts and photography to be like my full-time thing, and like now it is, but it's like it's just not like what I thought it would be. And like some of that I'm sure is my fault, and at the same time like some of it, a good amount of it also has to do with just like everything that's like happened over the last like 4 years between COVID and like the strikes, and trying to bounce back from the strikes. I don't know if it's just me and like this is just like one of those times. So I feel like we all have those days where you kind of like you just wake up and you just don't feel like things are trending in the right direction. I'm constantly trying to better myself. Like do the things that I've been told, that I've read, you know, to be successful. I get it, like I know life ain't fair. Life ain't fair. And there's people that have it way worse than I do. I'm fortunate that, you know, I have a roof over my head. I have the most amazing wife, family, and friends. 2 great dogs. Like I'm able to, like, we can afford our car and, you know, our lifestyle. I feel like I've just been like stuck in the same place for like 5 years. And I thought like when I got to this point in my life, I wouldn't be struggling like this. Like, I get like life gets hard. Like things get thrown your way and like you gotta deal with them. There's always gonna be adversity, but I just feel like I'm constantly struggling. There's just like never a break. There's no moment where like things just calm down and everything feels at peace. It's never been enough. Like what I've been able to do has never been enough for me to really be where I wanted to be. Like I've always gotten close. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just like rambling at this point. It's Wednesday, October 30th, day before Halloween. Like something that I've been wanting to do more, get better at is, you know, talking to the camera, talking to you guys, just cause like I do want to be able to provide value, and so that you guys know, y'all can get to know me better, understand more of the things that I'm about and what I do, and also to just like show you more than just like what I typically show you of like me at the gym, doing stunts training and stuff like that. I just like continuing to figure out ways that I can. Keiko. Anyways, yeah. So this is something that like I'm trying to do more, become more comfortable with. I just got off the phone with one of my homies, Phil, who he's out in California. He is a music producer, he's an artist, he's a songwriter, he's got placements and credit. I'm super proud of him. And we even spoken in a minute just because like life's been busy, and so we were kind of just catching up. And one of the things that we kind of got into a conversation about is like this like internal drive that we have. Like for me, when it comes to like stunts and acting and photography, and for him when it comes to music production and songwriting, being an artist himself. I feel like it's something that I don't want to say a lot of people, because I don't even know a lot of people, but I think it's just something that some people don't understand, of like just having this like internal desire, this internal drive that like you can't turn off, that even if you wanted to, you know. Like for me, when it comes to photography and stunts, like even if I was to like stop doing stunts, stop doing photography, if I was to pick up another job, stunts and photography would be all I ever thought about. And for me, like I don't think I've ever like given up on anything. And so it's one of those things that like I feel like I also just like don't even know how to do. And it's the same case with him, where like he's, you know, he took a leap of faith on himself. He moved out to LA. You know, he's doing the unconventional just in terms of like the artists that he's working with, the sounds that he produces, and like he's doing it in his own way. And I couldn't be prouder of that, because I've known him since single digits, man. I don't even know the age. To see like his evolution from, you know, throughout like high school, and you know, when I was in college, and him being back home, and in between, and being in Atlanta, and just doing everything. It's just like he's never like strayed away from his path. He's continued to just like invest more in it, and to become more passionate about it, and just become better at it. And like it's one of those things that I truly admire in him. Just talking about that, just because like he's going through some things right now. I'm going through things right now. And especially like talking about like past experiences, like dealing with the strike, and this year with like the potential of another strike from the other unions, and just like continuing to face adversity but not giving up. And I don't know where it was, like something I read, or something like it was asking about, you know, how do you overcome adversity? And I think for me, it's just having like faith in myself, faith in my process, having faith in the things that I do, not only because like they make me happy, but because I think when you really find, honestly, like your calling, but like when you find, yeah, maybe I guess your calling, or like when you find it, right? When you find that thing that like you genuinely love to do, you get to a point where like you just can't help it. And that passion is what continues like to push you forward. Like not the success that you're seeing, or like you haven't seen, but doing the actual thing, the everyday of it, the grind of it, you know what I mean? Like I love everything about stunts. I love going to trainings, I love going to the workshops and taking the courses, I love being on set. Same thing with photography, like I love being in the studio, I love working with people, I love editing photos, I love seeing people's like reactions when they finally see like the end result. And I think when you love what you do, you love the process. And when you love the process, the other things don't matter. They don't get in the way. When you love what you do, when you love the process, the failures and the shortcomings and the adversity doesn't faze you, because you're gonna continue on until you seek success. And not like you're not gonna stop when you see success. It's just that success is just confirmation of what you already know, and that's what you're doing is the right thing. I've heard the saying like success leaves clues, And like the more that I think about that, I think that's kind of how it does. I think like I agree, like it does leave clues, but like I think it kind of like leaves clues in ways. You know what I mean? Like people giving you praise, people being happy with like your work, people wanting to continue to work with you. Yeah, I think when you're kind of on like that right path, it may not necessarily be in terms of like money and accolades and acknowledgement, but from like your peers and your mentors and your coaches that are simply confirming that you are doing the right thing. You know I'm saying? That like you're making that, like you're taking those steps, you're making that progress, you're trending in the right direction. And like that's something that's real easy to lose sight of, especially like for me. I feel like like I'm my hardest critic. There's no one harder on myself than me. But I think like sometimes I have to just like take into account, and I need to like review the evidence. Something that Gabby, an exercise that like she used to do, when she's in her own head about things, is like she asks herself like, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence proving what you think is true? And like for me, that's something that like I gotta think about, especially when like I get down about like not working as much as I want to, or just not being where I want to be in my career, and like I'm feeling like a failure, and I'm like second guessing myself. Like something like I gotta think about, like where's the evidence? Where's the evidence to support that? Where's the evidence to support that like that I'm not a good photographer? Where's the evidence to support that I'm not a good stuntman or stunt actor or performer? Where's the evidence to support that like that I'm doing the wrong thing? And like if I'm being honest with myself, like it's not there. Based off of like what, again, like I said before, like based off of what my peers told me, what my coaches have told me, what my mentors have told me, the way people that like I don't know, view me in certain lights and situations. So like it's all connected, man. I mean, like when you find like that thing that you love to do, you fall in love with it, you fall in love with the process, and like the universe will confirm that for you. It'll show up, you know what I'm saying, when people like your stuff, and people comment on your stuff, and they, when they interact with you. So those are like just some things that like I know I gotta keep in mind. But like when I was talking with Phil, just trying to like to remind him, of like all that he's done and all that he's accomplished, how far he's come, how proud I am of him, how proud like all his friends and his family are of him. And that like when shit gets deep, of course, like he can always call me and like I'm here. There's always light at the end of the tunnel.
that bag, and I pray for peace. Costing me bad for your health, yep, that's to say the least. 40 burn his ass like grease.